Y'all, so I know it's been a minute since I have been on. However, this time I am here to stay. Yay. This time around, I'm going to try to get at least one or two videos out twice a week. And I'm also going to be working towards where I can actually like be on camera. So you guys, please just bear with me in this process. Hopefully, it will be sooner than later. Okay, so today I'm going to be talking about love and relationships. And when I say relationships, I don't mean just like in a romantic way. I'm talking about friends, family, things of that nature. So let's get into it. Um, when I hear the word love, um, what used to come to my mind was what is love? And at the age of almost 32, I finally figured out what love is. Love for me is respect. And when I say respect, I mean respect me when you're upset. If you can respect me when we are at our worst, if you can still love me and still, honor me and cherish me, and I'm still your queen, even when I've made you mad, to me, that's love. If you can be loyal to me, I'm not just talking in my face, behind my back. If you got my back, that's love. You can teach me and not belittle me for not knowing. If you're willing to take the time to teach me to be a better person, that's love. And for me, one of the biggest ones, well, the biggest one is loving my children. Loving my children as if they're yours. To me, that is the biggest. Like, if you can't love my children, then there's no way you can truly love me. And that's just how I look at it. I don't see how some people, and I'm speaking as far as women right now, I'm going to say women, I don't see how women go on with being in relationships with men who they know don't love their children. Because for me, it's a big disconnect right there. It's like a whole spiritual thing for me when it comes to that. So instead, if you can't do that, then there's no future with me. And to me, those things are simple. If you truly love me. I think a lot of people were raised on survival versus love. A lot of us, especially, I'm being black, being raised in the black community, didn't have a two-parent household. A lot of us didn't have our fathers. And a lot of us just had our mothers. And I think that's created a very, very toxic generation, in my opinion. And even in, instances where a lot of us did have our mothers, sometimes our mothers being in the house was worse than, people that didn't have neither parent, you know. Um, when it's time for us to get out here in the real world and love people, we don't know what to do, because we weren't raised off of love. We was raised off of survival. People grew up seeing abuse every day, seeing drug use, and dealing with being, molested, and it's just a lot of evils that was going on in households. And I know for sure it plays a major part in a lot of relationships today. And like I said in the beginning of the video, I'm not just speaking on romantic relationships. I'm speaking on relationships across the board. And, you're so used to a certain way, it's hard to break that barrier, especially if you don't see an issue with the way you're going about. There is no way that no one will ever be able to get through to you if you don't see a problem, if you don't want to change when it comes to that. A big part of the problem too, as well as the media, social media, people glamorizing toxic relationships and sneaky links and broken homes and baby mamas and baby daddies. And when those things are being glamorized, a lot of people are easily sucked into that and think that that's the way that they want to live, or this is the cool way to live. I don't want to have a quote unquote square relationship. For example, Russell Wilson, he's called a square because he's not what everybody's used to seeing in the media. They're used to seeing toxic things. So when you see something wholesome, it's labeled square. And I'll just say I'll take square any day. It's just so scary out here just thinking about those situations. Like I said, with Russell Wilson, when him being labeled a square and Future being labeled, quote unquote, the GOAT. The GOAT because he got many women. And then you got Miss Lori Harvey's basically being labeled a pass around because she's doing what a young woman at her age is expected to do, dating and seeing what she really wants out of life. Now everybody's talking bad about her, but yet, not to slander Nick Cannon. I don't have an issue with him, but if nobody's saying nothing about him going out here making all these babies, getting all these women pregnant and purposely making broken homes. And a lot of people will say, well, he got the money. And if you think all it takes is money to take care of a household, then you're already lost. Money does not mean anything when you need your parent and they're not able to be there for you. Time and being there and lessons, and that trumps all. And there's no way when you have, so many children by different women in different places that you would be able to divide yourself like that. It's just, it will be very difficult. So when we're seeing things like that, especially from a black man, it's putting out, I hate to say it, a toxic energy, and it's circulating because, like I said, everybody's not strong, and a lot of people get sucked in to that type of mindset. And sometimes I even find myself getting sucked in. I'm like, dang, why am I not at this level? Dang, why don't, and I have to sometimes deactivate my accounts, delete them, log out, because social media definitely can be very, 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 very toxic. It can really suck you in. Those energies, oh my gosh, those energies, like, people don't understand. You can be 1,000 miles away, and especially if you're an intuitive person, you can feel people energy from mile away. Like, there's been times where people could make a status and I'm like, whoa, let me delete this person because that energy is just off. So really what I'm trying to say is those type of things affect our relationships when as a whole, like when it comes to our work relationships, when it comes to, our relationships if you have kids, when it comes to you being a big sister or a big brother, those type of things definitely play a role. And mainly if you have kids, those type of things, especially in the Black community, play a big role. And we have to, as a whole, rise above it. We have to be better than what they're trying to throw at us. These relationships are crazy. They got mothers against daughters, daughters against mothers, fathers against sons, and it's like you sitting here watching it, and it's like, what can I do? What can I do as an individual to be better? And for me, it's educating myself. It's realizing that I have to rise above. I have to realize that there's only so much I can do before the next person make me drown. So if you are in a situation, relationship, whether it's your mom, your dad, your sister, your brother, and you love them, but it's like, what am I going to do with you? Because you're nothing but a toxic mess, and that person don't even see that they're a toxic mess. Or maybe they do and they just don't care. And I've learned that you're not a bad person for walking away, for rising above it, because it's not going to do nothing but sink you down and drain your energy, and it's going to cause a cycle of toxicness, of abuse, of neglect, whatever you got going on in that household. Like, you have to rise above it, and we have to be there for our kids, because this world is so crazy right now. It's so crazy right now, and it's so important that my age group, I'm 31, us that are having kids, we have to love our kids. We have to instill positivity into them. We have to give them peace. Mommies, we have to show them, if we're going to have a man around, we have to have a positive man around. We got to show them what positive relationships are. Grandparents, let's be grandparents. It takes a village. It takes a village, Problem, too, is that everybody, oh, well, that ain't my problem. Well, she decided to have kids, or you fall homeless. Oh, well, that ain't my problem. I'm not saying that it's everybody's job to just spoon feed you. However, everyone needs somebody. Everyone needs somebody, okay, at the end of the day. And it starts at home. It starts at home. If you had a child, it's your responsibility to set that child up in a nice, solid foundation, to show them what peace is, to show them what love is, to show them what being kind is, to show them what caring looks like. So when they go out here into this world, then they are good people, that we're not having all these crazy mass shootings. And oh my God, y'all, it just gets so deep. And I know I'm probably kind of rambling, drifting off topic a little bit, but it all, to me, just goes hand in hand with love and relationships. Because I'm not saying that everything negative that's happening in the world was because of a bad relationship somewhere down the line with somebody. But a lot of times, if you sit down and talk to people, you're going to hear their story. You're going to hear, well, this was done to me, or this was happened to me, or my mama did this. It's a lot of trauma. It's a lot of hurt going on, and we just got to stop hurting each other, for real. We got to stop hurting each other and showing more love. We only get one life. And if you out here having kids, I think they deserve to have the best. They didn't ask to come in this world. None of us asked to come here. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like we gotta feed the earth back the peace. We gotta start feeding the earth. We gotta feed our kids. We gotta nurture them. So we have this positive energy flowing around again. And we get these positive people flowing around again. You know what I mean? It's so scary because it's like you see so little love nowadays. All you see is like hateful things and just evil things. And I ain't gonna lie, like sometimes I wish I didn't have kids. And now people gonna be like, and I'm saying that because I'm so scared. I'm scared of the toxic stuff that's out there. And I think a lot of it is based on the relationships that we had. And, it's up to us as adults to fix it. We got to fix ourselves. We can't sit around feeling sorry for ourselves. I'm not saying that you can't cry. I'm not saying that you can't be sad. But you got to, at the end of the day, you got to pick up and you have to get yourself together. Don't let that bad relationship tear you down. Think about if you came across some good ones, if you came across a good person, if you got a good person in your life, might not even be a family member, could be a friend, a neighbor. Think about that positive image. Take pieces of that. Don't just take pieces from the negative. Take the positive too and rise above it. All right, y'all. So I'm going to stop right there because I think I've gotten a little off topic. I'm definitely going to do a part 2. If y'all want to hear a part 2, please put it in the comments. When I talk, y'all, I just sometimes, most of the time, I'm speaking straight from the dome, straight from the heart, straight from what was on my mind. So please forgive me, like I said, if I go off topic. Like I said, you guys will be hearing from me at least once or twice a week now. So please like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, to check out my videos because there are going to be plenty of more to come. And thank you guys for listening. And I hope you guys have a great, prosperous day. And remember, stay positive, rise above.